Lethal Company isn't a horror game. It's designed as one, maybe marketed as one, but when you play it, you'll find that more than anything else, it's actually a party game. If you were like me and afraid to pick up this game because of its horror elements, I am here to tell you that there is nothing to be scared of. Well, that's not exactly true. But I guarantee you that as long as you have a couple of friends and a love for shiny things, you're gonna have a great time. I'm King of Spills and I make videos about games and life, and if you want more game and life content, I try and fail to put out a new video every week. So, subscribe if you want to hear me ramble more next week. Now, let's kick off this video by reiterating that Lethal Company is a horrifyingly funny and stupid game. The game becomes instantly lovable with its intentionally comedic design.
Welcome to hell.
This comes in the form of its blocky and pixelated textures, the derpy looking enemies, and the way the company employees look and how they act. Even the game's concept is enough to laugh about on its own. I mean, come on. A corporation that pays you minimum wage while you're putting yourself out there to acquire literal junk? The junk itself that you find in the game is really funny. You can stumble upon stuff like a plastic fish that's worth $5 in-game dollars. I have a glorious bounty. A boombox that can play workout music to distract enemies, or some unique sounding air horns. If you are lucky enough, you can get a sign where you can just bash enemies to sleep with the power of man-made steel. For many of you who have watched Lethal Company content, I'm sure one of your favorite things about this game is the absolute banger your ears are blessed with when you get your 900,000 lumens flashlight from the Amazon delivery drone.
Hey Justin, hi!
I'm sure there's a 10-hour version of this song somewhere. You also got the jankiest walkie-talkies, so much so that sometimes your friends just flat out want to stop talking into it.
Justin, you're the only one left alive. Godspeed.
Guide me. Okay, but seriously, these things are the equivalent to what you could buy off of a shelf at Target for $5.99. They're cheaply made, but they're effective. As you can see, you aren't playing something like Outlast or Resident Evil. No. You are playing Peekaboo Simulator, and it's awesome. As a part of the company, you get to choose when the game gets scary. In other words, like in most games, there's an easy mode, an intermediate mode, and a hard mode. For people who aren't so into getting bombarded by enemies, choose the easy modes like experimentation and assurance. Players who can handle a little more monster interaction should choose intermediate difficulty. The maps within that category being offense and march, where I should note that some harder enemies can spawn, but it is rare. For those of you who are embracing chaos, enter hard mode, where enemies will pop out at you to offer you an extended warranty on your car. Oh, Talawaka, oh no! Oh boy. Oh, open the door, bud. Of course, this means more risk, but you get more reward. However, your whole team will likely not be living through the experience. Oh, Jesus. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, they got her. The TLDR of all this is easy as breezy, hard ooga booga. This game is meant to be played with friends. Don't believe me? Go in for yourself, see what happens. Or alternatively, you could just keep watching the video. I'm sorry, but this is just not one of those games where you should be going in just by yourself. To maximize the fun you will have playing this game, you need to play with friends. The multiplayer environment in this game is definitely more of a comedy atmosphere than a horror one, which is why I mentioned in the beginning this game is more like a party game than it is designed to scare the daylights out of you. I'm here.
Oh, hi!
Want to see a magic trick?
What is it?
Think fast. Playing with friends gives you that sense of, hey, my buddy's here, they've got my back. This makes it 100% less scary to go into the facilities to get the junk. It also makes dealing with the enemies much less stressful since you'll be in it together, which is a weird comfort thing for everyone. It's also really hard not to be funny just while playing the game. Like, normal conversations and statements are just randomly funny.
You need to stick together as four, for the love of God. Just stick together as four and walk together, and I will tell you where the shit is. I can't flick between. No.
Speaking of things you hear, I think the asymmetrical communication might be the funniest part about this game.
Justin, just an FYI, while both your hands are full, you can't actually activate the walkie-talkie. So I can hear you talking in the other room, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, hey Justin, what's up?
What I mean is that the audio design is so goofy with how they want to make it so that you're actually talking through a hazmat suit, or how they nailed the sound of a really, really faulty walkie-talkie.
Justin! Someone, Ariel, take the mic away.
Justin,
I also find it hilarious that the people that die first can always hear the thoughts of those that are living, but not vice versa. You tend to just get funny moments where your friends are panicking or they just have something really funny to say about how you just died. Not only that, but the mic just kind of cuts out if someone dies, and it's really easy to tell when they go bye-bye. I am dying! I am in quicksand, goodbye.
Wait, he fell in quicksand?
You know, come to think of it, I think comms is what makes this game the most fun and enthralling with friends, and you should absolutely not be skipping out of the Lethal Company chatting experience. Don't want to go in the facility at all? Well, one of you cowards just gets to sit in the ship and be the monitor guy with the walkie-talkie, so you can still talk to your friends even though you're not putting yourself in direct danger. What is the monitor guy, you ask? It's the guy who sits in the ship drinking their favorite Starbucks drink while playing Five Nights at Freddy's 1. And I could not pat my egotistical self on the back more because I think this is a golden comparison. Because you are literally on cams trying to figure out where the monsters are, while also keeping yourself safe from outside dangers via the door in the back, kind of like
to Freddy Fazbear.
I want to mention here that I have a very squeamish friend who doesn't like interacting with the monsters of any kind, and they were able to just chill in the monitor room and have a blast with it. So for those extra sensitive souls, stay in the monitor room, or better yet, take turns with your other squeamish friends if you have one in your party, so you can give yourself some exposure to all elements of the game. I will just say this, all of my friends despise the horror genre and cannot handle it, but Lethal Company has been the exception. You best know that these are the type of people who couldn't watch the FNAF live action movie, which should tell you a lot. It's just too funny to care about any possible scares. So do you and me a favor after this video. Get some pals and get a microphone and have the absolute time of your life, because like with my cowardly friends, you are going to love it. Lethal Company is not even that scary, and here's why. The scares are so minimal that they are over within a split second. The jump scares aren't even necessarily right in your face, which allows you to not even have to worry about anything popping up. Now I know what you're thinking, they are a threat because they will end your run. But like in the end of the movie Monsters, Inc., the monsters will make you cry laughing instead of making you cry screaming.
That's a coward.
Now remember what I said earlier in the video about how the textures and models look funny in this game? Well, allow me to show you what I mean in the context of the monsters. One of them is a mannequin with a giraffe neck, one of them is a Giga Chad tree, and one of them is what Amazon's delivery service looks like right now. And one of them's just named Jeb, and he's your boss. Knowing all this, the enemies you once thought are walking nightmares are now just obstacles in your quest for junk gathering. Now of course I already mentioned this in detail, but playing the game with friends makes it 100% less scary. But I wanted to introduce you to a scenario today in which you are the last one left alive in your group. This is where things get real spicy because now the mission is up to you. There's no comms and you have to rely on what you hear solely in the facility. Uh-oh, now what? Lethal Company is great in this regard because now you can hit the "aw hell nah" button, aka the leave facility by any means, including death button. You can do this by stepping on a landmine, walking into a monster, or just jumping into the abyss. Or you can just walk out the front door if you can find it. If you are the monitor guy, you can just leave using the ship's main lever and boom, no need to put all that stress on yourself. Still not convinced at this point in the video? Now I'm gonna have to use a tactic on you that I really didn't want to have to break out. Okay, you asked for this. If you are not playing Lethal Company right now, then you are missing out. That's right, you heard me, you are missing out. This is an experience that you should be playing or watching right now while it's still fresh and the game is still as silly as it is. The most fun you will have out of playing this game or watching it is when your friends or the group of people in the video act unpredictably when they run into silly situations where they die or make stupid mistakes, when in fact they should be alive so they can meet the in-game junk quota.
Ooh, that's a dog.
Oh no! Goodbye! Wait! This game is so fun, enjoyable, silly, and absolutely worth the price of $10. This game is only as scary as you will let it be, and like me, you will find that the game is not scary at all. Now before you click off this video, let me summarize the 3 main reasons as to why you should be playing Lethal Company. This game is designed to be more silly than it is scary, and you can tell this through the audio design, the visuals, and all that jazz that I mentioned earlier. This game is meant to be played with friends, and this is why it's just so funny and fits the party game atmosphere. And you should be playing this right now, because the hype is here and the hype is now. And remember, if the game still feels overwhelming at any point, you can just yeet yourself into the terminal booth. If this video made you take a step towards being a junk gatherer for a sketchy company, I ask that you also take a step towards the like and subscribe button. Doing this for me will help me feel as happy as you when you play Lethal Company with your friends, so don't forget to do that, okay? From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, and I hope it helped you overcome any fears or scares or doubts that you had going into this game. I can only hope that you don't get ejected from the ship during your excursions, and I wish you happy junk collecting. Make sure to meet that quota.